I'm Richard Gearhart, founder of Gearhart Law, full-service intellectual property law firm specializing in patents, trademarks, and copyrights.
And I'm Elizabeth Gearhart, founder of Gear Media Studios, podcast coach, co-host of the Passage to Profit show, and chief marketing officer at Gearhart Law.
And now it is time for IP News. Today we've got a study that may change the way you listen to music forever. A new Deezer ISPO survey found that 97% of people cannot tell the difference between AI-generated music and human music.
Well, that's horrible. And it also means almost nobody can spot the difference then. And even though 71% of listeners thought they'd be able to.
That's right. So people don't like it, but they can't tell the difference between real and AI music. 73% want AI-generated tracks to be clearly labeled, and about 40% said they would skip AI music completely if they knew it was created by a machine.
But they're listening to it. It's just funny. The amount of AI-generated music is exploding, and Deezer now sees over 50,000 AI music uploads per day, 1/3 of everything on that platform.
And the CEO of Deezer has been quoted as saying, you know, we really stand behind the creators. We want people to get money and get recognition for their creativity. They don't really like the AI music trend, but it seems to be going in that direction.
I think that it's causing a lot of activity around copyright in the courts.
Right. So they're still trying to get the copyright issues worked out. In general, the courts seem to be favoring recognizing creators and making sure that they get compensated. But if you're using AI music, it is important to try as much as you can to discern the source of the music. If you're using music that's been created by a human and it's ultimately detectable, even though it's an AI track, you may be liable for copyright infringement. And, you know, the internet now is being trolled by bots that can identify photographs that were taken by photographers and then transplanted onto websites, and people are getting hit with cease and desist letters, you know, $5,000 to $20,000 for a single infraction of this. I'm sure it'll be coming to the music side of things pretty soon, and people just need to be aware of this and protect themselves.
Except there are also scammers out there. So we had an image that we generated ourselves, or we used...
No, we used Freepik on that.
Oh, we used Freepik on that.
And it was like 5 years ago and got a letter like last month.
So, but that letter said that we were infringing and we had to pay. And the people that sent the letter weren't even the people that owned the picture.
Right. And that's a service. It's a trolling service.
It was a trolling service. It was a scammer. If you think that you're violating copyright, or somebody says you are, you need to check with a professional.
Right.
Or really dig into it yourself if you have really good tech skills like that. Because a lot of times it's not true. Sometimes it is, and then you really need a professional.
Right. Well, this company was in Germany, and they were alleging a violation of German law. And one of our attorneys looked at it and they pointed out, well, why are they actually going to sue you in Germany? I mean, how is that even going to work? And, you know, AI may mimic human creativity, but you still have to look to copyright law and, you know, stay on top of it.
Since all of the music that AI has learned, it has learned it based on existing music.
Right.
So wouldn't that mean that the money should go to the person it learned off of? And is that something that's being looked into?
So the answer to that question is yes, I agree with you, and that seems to be the direction that the law is going in. So far, the cases that I've seen have dealt more with written works, like Anthropic, for example. They downloaded millions and millions of books from a pirate website where they had fake copyright, and they got hit with, they settled for $1.5 billion in damages, which is really not that much when you consider how much they downloaded. Nobody's brought that case yet that I'm aware of for the music industry, but I'm sure it's coming. And I think the same logic would apply. You should compensate the original artists if you use their material.
Do the original artists have to register to have a copyright, or do they automatically get it for creating the material?
Well, you automatically get a copyright when you create the work, but if you register it, there's enhanced damages. So it's definitely in your best interest, if you're a professional musician, to register your music, because then you can get what's known as statutory damages. You can get between $750 and $20,000 for each infringement, and you don't have to prove damages, which is really hard to prove damages in a copyright case. So definitely register your stuff. It's not difficult to do. You can do it at the Library of Congress for like $70. So.
Okay, well, stay tuned for more about copyrights. I'm sure we'll be revisiting this topic many times in the future.
We'll keep you posted. Well, that's it for us. Passage to Profit is a nationally syndicated radio show appearing in 38 markets across the U.S. Thank you to the Passage to Profit team, our producer, Noah Fleischman, our program coordinator, Alicia Morrissey, our studio assistant, Risa Kapusari, and our social media powerhouse, Carolina Tabares. Look for the podcast tomorrow anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. And for all of your patent, trademark, and copyright needs, our firm Gearhart Law offers free consultations. Contact us at gearhartlaw.com. And while the information provided during this program is believed to be correct, never take a legal step without first checking with your legal professional. That's it for us. We'll see you again next week on Passage to Profit.